Yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, the resort that we stayed at was brand new. Like they just opened on December 1st,
Wow.
and so yeah, it was insanely cool. It was a little cold, which was something obviously that we learned. Like January is
Mhm.
probably not the time you want to be going, but
Sure.
all right, let me see here. So you can see in Discord my screen now.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
There we go. Now it's big. Much better.
All right. All right, so I already joined the league. Um, this is our pool. We got some nice rares by the looks of it. Attempt, River's Rebuke, Awakening, Crafty Cut Purse, probably not that good.
Yeah, it sucks.
Time Stream Navigator, put it on its bottom, take an extra turn. I mean, we got all these really good blue rares.
It's pretty good. Pretty good with Awakening and River's Rebuke, but
Yeah.
but not super strong on its own.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we would probably play it, right, if we're playing these other two cards?
We'll have to look at it. I mean, it is a weak card. It's hard to make it not just a win more, from my experience,
That's
but
fair.
because I did play with it in a sealed, so.
Angrath. Each opponent discards a card and loses 2 life. Gain control of the creature, untap it, and then you sack it. If it has CMC 3 or less, okay. Each opponent loses life. So, I mean, his +1's okay. He doesn't really protect himself. You could start killing off their dorks. But he starts at 4, so he'd go to 1, and then you'd have to take up like a bunch of times just to. I don't know. He seems okay. He doesn't seem insane to me though.
It's very powerful. I mean, like get the last card in their hand and eat some of their guys randomly, and his ultimate's good.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I guess my opinion though is like, is he better than this card?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. Plus, you get an evolving wilds. I mean, you might be able to go blue black, splash a little red, or something like that.
Yeah, I was just thinking that maybe we end up. All right, so I guess where do you usually start with your seal? Do you just go by color and filter out the playables?
Yeah, so once I've taken a look at the rares, I'll usually say, okay, well, for instance, saw a couple of blue rares I liked. I would start by looking at blue and filtering out cards that, are a draw to the color, I guess. First, what's a draw, and then just what's a playable. So I'd start by saying, like, River's Rebuke. Technically, Kumena's Awakening is a draw, I think. And, like, I would just start dragging them down into the main deck area so you can kind of like visualize it.
Sure.
And then like Secrets of the City, Golden City has actually been pretty impressive in control decks.
Right.
So maybe it's possible that can happen, but I mean outside of that, it's a little thin. Like Sailor Means is technically a playable.
I mean, I think if you're a control deck, I could see playing Sailor.
Yeah, and like Courser, Kai'Sail Courser, and the bounce spell, and the 3/3 flyer, and maybe you play the 2/5 for 4. But I mean, after the first couple of cards, it's a kind of a steep drop off, so we'll have to see what actually fits. If the deck were a certain way, maybe you really need the 2/5, or maybe you really need the Hornswoggle after boards to answer rare or something like that. But
sure. So, like when I look at this, I would immediately also kind of move toward a control deck, and I would immediately try to pair this with black and see what my black has going on, especially since we saw the Contempt.
Yeah.
And like we have a Chupacabra, we have an Impale, we have. I assume these Bloodletters are still very good.
Yeah. It's a solid playable.
Gruesome Fate is not the card I thought it
No.
was.
The Pirate Searcher.
Is this guy a pirate? He's a pirate.
He is a pirate.
Seeker
Seeker
Squire.
Squire.
This is probably not a Skullduggery deck. I don't know if.
Well, I would just pull them all out, like,
Yeah, okay.
and because I mean, I like to look at all of the colors collectively first. I mean, if you don't want to do it that way, that's totally fine. But I like to look at all the playables basically in all the colors, and then kind of see where are there overlaps, what's actually like fitting together. You know, because like black seems really deep. Like right now, you've got the removal spells, you've got the vampire flyers, and then you even have like some beatdown cards like Grasping Scoundrels, and your Sky Marcher. That's another vampire payoff. So
Yeah.
there's some vampire cards. There's some like pirate beatdown cards. There's you could build a few different black decks theoretically.
Yeah,
And if we see other colors, maybe we know what works and what doesn't. Because blue black straight is looking a little thin on playables specifically.
Yeah, okay.
So.
I'm with you. All right, so jumping into white. This Petrodon's probably good. Or I should say okay.
It's pretty strong. I've actually been relatively high on that card. If it's turned on, it's excellent. Because you just can't attack through it. You like literally have to impale it. And flyers are pretty important in this format. So.
Yeah. I still consider Inspiring Cleric playable. Do you?
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Okay.
It's just a 3/2 Dingus that gains 4. I mean, it's totally fine.
I feel like these Forerunners are like super important to have.
Yeah.
Like they've been so powerful from what I've seen.
Yeah, the white one's very strong. I mean, they're all good, but like the white one is especially strong. It's just really enabled through boards that would be otherwise gummed up. They make your token makers better. They're just very good. Wow, your white is deep.
Yeah, you got a lot of.
You're probably just gonna be black white. I think this is not gonna be very interesting. You have a lot of Vampire Matters cards.
I mean, this card seems fine.
It is good. Only one Conquistador is sad, but Emissary. Ooh, even a Baffling End. Yeah, your white's excellent.
We play Emissary still, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, I forgot about that card. Slash of Talons is probably a maybe. Sun Sentinels are probably fine.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
don't know how aggressive.
Slap them in the stack.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like there's a good chance you end up playing the Grasping Scoundrels too. I mean, we'll see. And the Voracious Vampire, you should pull out of the stack. Probably even the Cutthroat. That one's less good, but just for
considerations.
Yeah.
All right, so red Mutiny. I saw some pros playing this card at the GP. Is it?
Yeah, it's very good.
I was gonna say it seemed like it was pretty powerful. Like you just turned their best creature into a removal spell essentially.
Yeah, I mean half the time you get to kill their best creature anyway. Terror, second best creature.
Yeah.
So it's good.
And what I like about it is that there really isn't an opportunity there for them to 2-for-1 you, because they have to kill their own thing if they want to keep whatever it is alive.
Yeah, it's pretty good. At getting its man. You just have to settle for getting the second best guy.
Bravado seems playable to me in the right deck.
Mm-hmm.
Stampede. Brutes are good. Yeah. Interesting card to me if you had like a insane enraged deck. Yeah, that card seems fine. Brazen Buccaneers, I've never really been impressed with. Are you still on that?
Yeah, it's just fine.
Can you bring down her laundry basket right here?
Freebooters also seem kind of meh. Alright, Dreadmaw. How have you been on these Armisars?
They're fine.
I'm not excited about them though.
Yeah, I mean they're just I mean They trigger their enrage trigger sometimes matters. They're good at double blocking. They're big doofuses that you can sometimes win the game with.
Also, I don't know. Hardy Veteran is kind of been like interesting to me too. I mean, I guess it's just a 2/2 for 2 most of the time, but if you're aggressive, hey Josh.
It's good with the fight cards.
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Aggressive Urge. How do you feel about that card? I like that it draws.
Yeah, it's a good combat trick. It's like the most important combat trick to pay attention to. Like, if you get blown out by Aggressive Urge, it is a blowout. It's like they terrored you because they get the card for free. So
yeah,
yeah, I like that card a lot. I've played a couple copies in my aggressive green decks, but not my ones that are lighter on the 2-drops and more like 5-drop heavy, I guess.
So yeah, I mean, I kind of see what you're saying. Like, the moment I filter this by curve, you can kind of see that the black and white fill the curve much nicer than, say, like the green, which has no 4-drops.
Yeah, and like you could get away with no 4s because you have like some of the
3 mana
accelerants, but still, there's no. I mean, the selling point of playing green in this pool is a colossal Dreadmaw, basically. I mean, so you're not gonna play green. Green just isn't deep enough. Unfortunately, I'm worried the same thing is going to be true for blue. Like, outside of the top couple of cards, it's just really thin. I think you're almost assuredly going to have to play black-white, just so that you make the most out of your white cards. I mean, you've got the nice black removal, which is good, and you have the nice overlap of the vampire synergies here. Your Forerunner can go get what? It's funny, you don't really have a good. I guess you have the Nighthawk to find, the Sadistic Sky Marcher. That's a good find.
This guy requires another dinosaur. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna end up main decking it.
Yeah. Okay. Aerosaur's probably still fine though, right?
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, it's just a great card.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You could, I mean, from this list, I would probably look to cut the Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, and why don't you split the creatures and the spells? So what, you have an Evolving Wilds to splash on Grath? That's not bad. I would probably do that. I would probably cut the Slash of Talons. I think you can cut a Sun Sentinel safely. That was kind of hard to say.
It's weird my webcam's not showing anymore. I just realized. Give me a second, we're trying to fix that. Oh. Sorry, one sec.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll do it. We'll do it without a webcam tonight. I'll figure it out another time. I shouldn't have updated OBS. Was the real problem. I did it right before the call. And whenever you update software, there's usually something that goes wrong. All right, so from here, you were talking and I was looking at that, so I apologize. The Emissary of Sunrise, I think I still want.
My cut would probably be the Sun Sentinel. I think. I don't think. Oh, Forerunner of the Coalition.
Yeah, that's the one that gets a pirate, right?
Pirate. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that card.
That one's definitely worse. Okay, because I mean these cards are mostly vampires, so that's nice. You have the Planeswalker you can splash. You have a nice little beatdown curve. Yeah, this deck looks pretty good.
I have one concern, which is that we need quite a bit of double white, quite a bit of double black. We're only going to be running I guess we're on in 17 lands. Sorry, I just can't count.
Yeah,
Okay.
like 8-7-1-1.
8711. Yeah.
Yeah, like probably 8 planes, I imagine. So 8 planes, 7 swamps.
I agree. Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what it gave us. And there really wasn't a secondary deck that I saw.
Before I go downstairs.
Unless we wanted to get cute.
Yeah.
Foul Orchard doesn't help us. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think the commons and uncommons kind of just really pushed you in this direction.
Which I think in sealed you want to be. That's where you want to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you really want to have rares push you in a direction, but, you know, a bunch of commons and uncommons pushing you one way is good.
I just always hope that my opponent never draws their rares and I can win that way.
That's definitely something that helped us out at the GP.
Did you guys have fun? It sounded like you guys had a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, things kind of fell apart on the second day because we misbuilt Steve's deck, and like it was off by like 3 cards and basically wasn't playable game 1. So that sucked. So our match win percentage definitely suffered as a result of that. But yeah, overall it was really fun. We had a good time. It was nice to team with them. It was my first team sealed experience, so I learned a lot about being a good teammate and what is necessary and the kind of things you have to know communication wise to get the job done.
So given our hand, would you go get a plains here or would you get your mountain?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm getting a plains.
Okay. I'm always curious on those kinds of decisions. Also, what was interesting is that we lost the die roll and we are going first.
Yeah. Well, your opponent does not understand. I guess. I don't know. It's really aggressive.
Yeah.
It's a really bold choice, I should say.
So,
I wonder.
Yeah.
Before I go downstairs, one last look.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Because things have gotten extreme.
Yeah. Nice.
Throughout this.
Good. You made some real jumps.
Josh, I don't know if he has. Billy, do you have Twitch chat up?
Clear this table.
What?
Do you have Twitch chat up?
I'll get it back up. I had it up just a second ago. I must have missed.
Somebody was asking you a question. I didn't know if you wanted me to look out for it.
Looking at, I don't exactly understand your question the way that you phrased it. Looking at potential curves, something for any format or just aggressive ones. You mean like, do I care about the mana curve creature wise in any sealed format? I would generically say that yeah, I'm going to. It's a little bit more important when it's an aggressive format like this. If you meant something different by your question, I'd be happy to come at it again.
So I bin this Sun Sentinel off the Explore trigger. Opponent has a Lightning Strike. Cannot punish them.
When you binned the Sun Sentinel, did you have the Swamp in your hand, or did you have the Plains?
I just had the Plains.
Oh, okay, then that makes sense. I was gonna say I wouldn't have made the choice if you had the second black mana.
Well, for me, it was more that like another 2-drop given our hand isn't really amazing. I'm more looking for 3s. like our 3s and 4s. I mean, the way we're drawing these spells is kind of...
Well, right. I mean, just the danger. Okay, that's fine. I thought you wanted to play your vampire to get the trigger onto your creature to attack for an extra damage.
Yep, I did. I was also considering just baffling ending this thing. That's pretty bad on my mana, though.
Yeah, just play your creature post combat.
Nah, I should have done it pre. It was my fault.
That's all right. Hopefully, 1 point of damage doesn't determine the whole game.
Oh, that card's so good. I want to play this in like standard gifts. God's Pharaoh's Gift.
Yeah, sure.
Like just curve that into Champion of Wits or something.
Mm-hmm. Solid card.
We're flooding a little bit. So if I baffling end his vampire, his voracious vampire, I get to get in for 4. I don't think there's any world where I'd want to contempt for mana efficiency reasons. He has 5 cards in hand.
Yeah, I would probably want to just make sure you have the contempt for whatever his best card is. So I would just play the baffling end on his 2/2 and get in for 4.
God, he's got 2 lightning strikes. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, his deck looks good.
Yeah, so far it's impressive. Black red has 0 ways to deal with enchantments, right? Dinosaur Hunter, sure. Interesting. He's down to 3 cards. I feel like I just want to play Bloodletter and pass.
Yeah.
Still no reason to contempt yet.
Absolutely not.
So I'm like one of the like don't get me wrong, I loved being in Cancun and I wouldn't go back and change anything. But I was really kind of sad that the bannings happened during the same time because standard seemed really exciting.
Sure. Yeah, I definitely.
Piggy for the piggies. They got inside the jar.
Oh, that's silly. Man,
Yeah, he's got
hits just keep on coming.
tons of removal.
You should play your mountain.
I didn't want to show the red.
There's a chance that they play the vampire discard spell.
Oh, sure. Sure. Watley.
Good thing you didn't spew the contempt.
Yep. This means we get to draw our Planeswalker next turn, right?
Maybe. That'd be fair. Okay.
Well, I think I have to do this.
Yeah, you just want to be mana efficient. I mean, if you knew you were drawing exactly the thing, you wouldn't have to do it. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you have 4 mana cards in your deck, so. At least you're not under much pressure, and you answered probably the best card in his deck.
We did end up flooding a little bit, so bending the Sentinel was, I guess, a mistake. It not being a vampire, like I want to play it on 2, but after that, I feel like I just don't care about the card too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you already had another 2 mana card in your hand, like that you could theoretically play it on 4, those two together. And just like the real concern is just not playing enough threats over the course of the game, which is why I would have been inclined to keep it. But you didn't have the second black mana, all those things.
Yeah.
So
Traveler's Amulet, that's a land.
yeah.
So he's had 2 to 3 cards in his hand, so I would assume he's still got some removal.
Probably like a removal spell and 2 lands is what I'm guessing.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. So what in your sideboard do you have? Like Looming Altasaurs and do you have any Mind Rots in your sideboard?
No, we didn't have any.
That's too bad. This would be a good matchup for it.
Certain.
Yeah. There's a chance like you might want to try to overload his removal just by playing more of those 1-drops. Just like increasing the creature count overall.
Sure.
Like cut Skullduggery for a creature. Something else. This game's pretty ridiculous. I imagine he's probably just like all lands too. Oh, he's trying to cast Sadistic Sky Marcher. Wow, that's hard to say. Ooh, Brick Wall.
Certainly dead though, right?
I mean, not necessarily. He could have all lands. We drew lands for 5 turns. He could have. Or they could have, rather. Huh. Nah. Dead. DED dead. Yeah, I don't think we have any outs. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, so... Alright.
So you have a couple ways to gain life, right? Bloodletter, Cleric. Yeah, you have enough. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the cards I'm thinking about sideboarding in are the 2/5 flyer. That just seems really good against his whole deck. And then maybe some of the other creatures, just kind of overload the removal. I think I'd cut Skullduggery. The Planeswalker is probably pretty good against him. They still think you want Baffling End in case, because he has like that Nighthawk flyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the rest of your cards are actually good. So maybe you don't need any of the scoundrels. Maybe just submit 19 creatures and what you've got. 2/5 is good against all of his small creatures he played and his removal. It's fine. Just a modest little upgrade.
Tilt. Alright. No world in which you keep that, right?
Oh no. Sounds excellent. Sick.
So which would you play first?
The guy that comes into play tapped. He's the guy we'd like to trade most, so I'd like to attack with it first.
Oh, sure, right, because we have this life linker off the Martyr of Dusk. Actually,
And we have the trigger
Bloodliner.
from the.
Oh, yeah, that's
so-
actually pretty nice. Well, we're unlikely to cast that though, right? Or like, because you cast it if you've gained life. So we need to get to like 5 mana before we can.
I mean, we're probably still gonna slam the flyer this turn,
Yeah, exactly.
just because it's a good card. But
Is this a lightning strike?
there's no way lightning strikes your 2/2 here. Not this one, at least.
So there's no world in which we just play Martyr.
That's I don't see a compelling reason to play it. Like I mean, the holding it for like the potential trigger means like your guy has to, and if you wait a million turns, like you have to say, oh, he has to have exactly lightning strike for this to be the absolute worst for me. A lot of things have to go exactly right for that play to be much better. Like you just, I don't know, play like a 3/3 on turn 3, and then your play's a lot worse. So.
Sure. It's mostly just that the odds of him having a lightning strike aren't they pretty high since he showed us 2?
I mean, 2 out of 40. So, like, if you care to do the math and figure it out, I mean, I would listen to you.
Yeah, I can't cast it. It's not 2 out of 40 though. It's 2 out of 37 or 33. I mean.
Well, no, I mean, it's 2 out of 40, and you've seen 10 cards. I mean, so whatever that is. I mean, it's hypergeometric. I'm not a mathematician. Yeah, that card's really good.
A land there would have been insane.
Yep. I mean, he can't trigger it yet.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
good.
good.
His deck's really good.
Yeah. I think Bob says, I think we've included it's a 100% chance. So there's no point in printing a counter on this. So I think I'm just going to offer the trade first.
Hey.
You have like 2 cards you might have wanted to pre-combat. You should have pre-combated one of them probably. I don't think that card's gonna flip, and I don't think you should impale it. I think you should have played Imperial Aerosaur pre-combat and attacked for. I think that's the way that we're gonna win this game.
You don't think...
They're not gonna block. I don't think. So I mean, yeah, this damage is free, but you're just missing a point for no reason.
I'm really surprised they didn't block there. They've already gotten value out of this, and then they get the trade.
Yeah, but they don't want you to have a lifelinker in place so you can rebuy your. No, don't do this.
Why?
Because you should have just played the flyer. There's like no reason to make this play. You can make this play in the future and have more creatures in play. Like it's just tempo negative to do that. Like I don't know. There's a lot of ways you can like let him way back into the game. You lose your equity for stealing games by not taking damage when you can get it and not advancing your board when you can. So it's just like
I guess my argument is that I can actually like... I'm okay to lose tempo because I'm ahead on life.
but now you're losing the game is the problem. You could have been ahead and now you're behind, so you're gonna have to block earlier is my fear. Which is why I would not have made that particular play.
I don't know. If he just keeps playing creatures, then I'm forced to also put to the board. So that felt like a turn where our boards are both basically empty, where I get an opportunity to use my removal spell.
Right, but I mean, now he's just like slightly on the front foot. Um, you know, we missed an attack for 3 after missing an attack after missing a single point. Like it's just these things add up, and now we're basically in an even race instead of being ahead in a is
See,
what I
that's
was
really
getting
interesting
at.
to me because like that's where I disagree. Like he showed us unfriendly fire and he's got another lightning strike, so it's also possibly as another unfriendly fire. Like he's got all of this removal that he showed us. So if I
Sure.
don't kill his dude and I just play my Imperial Aerosol and get him for 3, he's just gonna get in for 5 the next turn after he removes my Aerosaur, and now I have to take a turn off anyway to kill the 2/4.
It's just like, I mean, the play that I'm advocating for is a more aggressive play, and you're advocating for play, and I don't think our hand or our deck really like leans that way. I think we probably have to try to end the game faster because of like him showing all of the burn that he has in his hand. I don't think we can afford to try to be a control deck. I don't think that that's going to be a winning line. It's like this turn, I guess we can. I mean, we kind of can't even attack. Like,
Why not?
I mean, if you want to attack, you can attack, but I mean, it's much worse now. Like the card we want to attack with, the Sanctum Glorifier, not this Martyr of Dusk. Like,
Sure.
ooh,
Not terrible.
that was a good draw. Well, I say that attack with your 3/3 first, and then play that. I think. Okay.
Would you chump here? I don't think we can, right? Like we need to draw one more creature.
Well, if you do chump, you can spew your 1/1 and play your 2/2 tap, but that's not great either. Um,
I feel like we
it
take
being in play kind of checks his Bishop Soldier.
Yeah. Like ideally, we draw another creature or remove.
You probably just need to take. I don't think you can block.
So that we can double block this.
Yeah, you need to draw a spell for sure. That was not.
Yeah. So I don't know. I do feel like you can just strike us and that's lethal.
Yeah, there's not a lot of cards we can actually beat from here. So if he has spells, we're going to lose to basically every one of them. I mean, he could strike one of our creatures, and we probably can't beat that either. So, not that he'd need to, but yeah.
So we're live if we can remove this. No, we're not. Yeah, no, we're not. No, we're still live if we can remove it, but we have to.
Yeah, I mean, still live, but yeah. That was gonna be a pretty tough one to win, I think.
Oh, that would have been
Without
so
something like
good.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, that would have been really good. I don't know. I felt that way ahead game 1, and then he went Planeswalker, and we drew 5-6 lands in a row.
Yeah.
Game 2, like swear to God, if you weren't in the chat, I would have played my 2-drop on 2, or on 3, I mean, into his Lightning Strike representation.
Oh yeah, and you would have theoretically had the.
But I would have killed that 2 for
flyer,
100% of the time. So it's really interesting to me that you wouldn't have.
Yeah, no, I'm never making that play. I mean, it's also just like that 2 just doesn't matter for a while. Until its abilities turned on, it's just a 2/4 flyer, which is fine. But I mean, it's so hard to win games of like limited Magic if you're not actually putting creatures into play, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not excited about it, but
it's a snap.
what is it that Owen Turnwald always says about draft or limited rather? Like you always keep 7 if they have spells.
something like that, yeah.
We get punished, Dan, if he blocks because Impale is a sorcery. Okay. I like that card. It was a good draw.
It's pretty good with your vampire too.
The Glorifier, you mean?
Theoretically, at any point in any game, it's good with it. But
oh, sure,
yeah. But yeah, it's nice to play it on turn 3 when your opponent's leading on that 1/1.
Did he just pump his own? He did.
Because the other guy's a pirate.
Oh,
he's not a vampire.
Good point. So I'm just like attacking with both of these, right? And just putting a counter on the cleric.
Well, yeah, I mean you have Skullduggery, so you can eat his lunch if he blocks. So just slam. If he doesn't block, then you can post-combat play one of your creatures.
I wish this was a swamp.
Well, yeah.
Pretty badly.
To have your cake, yeah. I think I would just awkwardly play that post-cut, yeah.
Yeah, and then next turn, hope to get a counter on it.
Yeah, you can get a counter on it, yeah.
All right. Interesting. So,
okay, well at least you can
Glorifier
pre-combat Glorifier,
Vampire.
Yeah, and leave up the Dugs. It's funny that you said on our vampire when all of our creatures are vampires.
Yeah. I did. So I can do this, right? I can plus my guy and minus his.
Yeah, if you would really want to keep your Inspiring Cleric in play, that's a play you can make. Yeah, I mean it's totally fine. That's
I mean,
not a bad play.
It's trading. I'm also wondering, like, we could pump an unblocked guy and kill his 1/1, and then he's left with one creature.
I'm way more interested in that. I would make that play.
And then our menace guy is like better.
Yep.
All right. Is there any 1-mana red spell I need to worry about if I did it on like?
Nope.
There's no 1-mana deal 2 at instant speed.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Alright, so now we just need... I hate these situations where you want to draw a land, but you also don't want to draw lands.
That's perfect. Land is great, spell is great.
Yeah, but if you draw any non-swamp land, you're just feeling awful.
Yeah.
Alright, changes. He had Scoundrels.
Yeah. I mean, you could maybe play Slash against him if you cared to do that.
I mean, Slash is probably slightly better than something, right? On the draw? Maybe not. I like all these cards.
Like, I mean, I don't know. This opponent might be more aggressive. You might want to board out the blocker against him.
I could see that. Probably add in another
A swamp.
Swamp, yeah. Do we even play Evolving Wilds at that point then? I guess, yeah, we'd probably still do.
Yeah, probably.
We want to play these double white cards on turn 3 if possible.
Yeah.
Alright.
This is a nice hand.
I'm digging it.
Oh, yeah.
Sick. Buccaneers gonna get in for 2.
No swamp. Can't play his Dinosaur Hunter. Ring Runner. Ooh.
Ooh, do we play? Oh, man, that's tough.
It'd be brutal to miss, so,
Yeah, so
I'm inclined to say Sun Sentinel.
Yeah, okay, I agree.
I know you'd really like to get that Vampire into play too, so you can start trading with it, but
Yeah.
you know, taking 4 a bunch is kind of questionable. He might not have black mana though, so maybe you have a chance, like, of just like running away with this game. Okay,
That is a good sign. Yeah, it looks like
that's
you're
a
right.
great sign. Sick. Okay,
So now play Sun Sentinel.
I would just
Shoulder?
play Emissary. Just play the Emissary of Sunrise because it's a 3-drop and it explores.
We're just kind of thinking it trades. It only trades.
Yeah, then we got an extra card and we traded with him and we can play 2 drops on the next turn. Like, we can't lose if he trades. I'm really surprised he made this attack, honestly.
Yeah, me too, a little bit.
Maybe he's just pissed.
So here's a good opportunity, I think, to get this Vampire into play.
Yeah,
I'd like to have my
Secret-
5th land, so I'll play
Yeah.
the Squire.
Yeah.
probably want
That's-
that though.
Oh yeah. Dude, gotta get that F8 value. What are you doing with your life?
Man,
Clicking through all these things.
I make too many mistakes when well, maybe I don't know. I'm so
you
torn.
don't trust yourself on F8?
I don't. Like, I don't trust myself on anything. Man. Still can't believe he hasn't drawn.
Yeah. Yeah, Peoria Dolphin, I really like the point that you're making. I think that, when off of Magic Online, when you kind of have a gauge on what kind of person against, that kind of attack is excellent. But I feel like people call you on Magic Online nonstop, basically because, they can't trust you and, they just take what's on the board a lot. That card is good enough, though, that like people like to protect their mythic rares inherently, so maybe they would have not blocked, and you would have gotten 2 free damage, and that makes you way more likely to win if you do. But it's interesting to think about regardless. So I couldn't fault you one way or another if you made the attack.
Oh. Where is it?
Yeah, this game's just over.
2, 4, 6, 9 goes to 1. Yeah, that's a good card.
That was a good card. There's your flyer. Attack for 7. Yeah, you're just dead.
Would you impale this?
Probably.
Or would you just let it trade?
Ooh. What can we search up with this? Sadistic Sky Marcher. So if we play 2/2 drops, that's probably actually better. Just smash him. He blocks your 3/2. You get in for 4. You still have Impale in your hand. You play 2 more creatures. You have 1 more creature than lethal, and you have an Impale for him. Yeah, that's perfect.
Alright.
I guess the guy that gives Menace is perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Easy peasy. Jeez.
Yeah, everybody's ready to play Sealed tonight. Ugh.
Alright, this hand seems good.
Yeah, it's very good. This is probably one of the better hands your deck can muster.
I'm just so freaking. Yeah, that card seems interesting.
It's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a good draw. Probably playing that next turn now. Because I want to play my Aerosaur on curve. Huh. Do I block?
Yes.
So you were just
There's
talking
nothing-
about bluffs and calls.
I mean, it's just a really bad attack. Like, there's no reason to make that attack. So, I just don't understand why they would ever make that trade. But take it when it's there.
And we got our land. So this weekend I'll be doing standard commentary for Nerd Rage Gaming's CT in Chicago.
Ooh,
So that'll be interesting.
cool. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. Ooh, good card.
Oh, that card is sick.
So like I want to play Aerosaur and pump my 2/1 and I can attack, but then he just like gains 2 back off of his bishop shoulder because my guy's tapped.
It's not a great move to make. I think I'm inclined to play the Forerunner and find Sadistic Sky Marcher. It's not like a great play though. None of your plays are exciting in this position.
I'm
'cause
leaning
some
on
it's just good.
Aerosaur still because the next turn it's a lot better for me.
Sure. I don't like trading 3 damage for 2 lifelink. Like you deal him 1, he deals you 2.
I'm not
just
gonna
not great.
attack though. I'm just gonna play
Yeah,
it so that I can.
just Aerosaur
his
go.
Sunwing can't get in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I don't know what people should play in standard right now. I mean, it's just such a wild, wild west of possibilities. It feels like. I think if it were me, I'd be playing God Pharaoh's Gift of some sort, but I would definitely steer clear of all this madcap experiment nonsense. Ooh, that's pretty good. All right, so.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, yeah, we need to get the Forerunner into play for sure, so you can start using the pump triggers, to start gaining some life and getting back in. Plus, you can just like
Right,
play
but like,
a ton of flyers and.
I think a concern I have there is, and then I'm putting something on top of my library that I don't really want to draw.
I mean, you don't have to search, but I think finding Sadistic Sky Marcher is better than a random draw deck.
All right.
You have a pretty clean next turn if you make that play.
If I had,
it's like-
God, if I had another black source, I would not want to make this play because I'd want to draw Impale or Chupacabra.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blue-white auras deck I think looks pretty fun. I think it's definitely going to be a nuisance to play against. I like Brennan DiCandrio's red-green deck. I think that the Rekindling Phoenix is a pretty solid card.
I think Rekindling Phoenix is good, but I think that deck looks like a trash fire. I don't know. I like some of the cards in it, but I don't know, man.
I mean, to be honest, this is all like paper magic for me right now. Like in terms of theory, I don't know. I think Phoenix into what's its Glorybringer is pretty big game.
Yeah, it's nice. Wait, did you not attack with Aerosaur?
No, this is why I don't talk shop and play Magic at the same time.
Okay.
Oh no, that ruins everything.
Classic, no attack, no blocks. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta make my opponent. All right, so we play Sky Marcher. Reveal Cleric because we're gonna play Cleric this turn.
And then just
Alright.
pump your lifelink token. Wait,
Well,
it's just target creature? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I would still probably pump the lifelink token. Just so you can like get that up to 3/3 and attack.
No, it doesn't get a counter, dude. It just gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
I know. So you're gonna make a 3/3 vampire and attack him with it, right? Why not?
Oh, sure. Because I'm playing 2 vampires this turn. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with you now. I'm with you. Alright.
This turn, you probably want to leave Aerosaur back, so that he has to tap it with Hammer Skull and can't really attack with anything else.
Yeah.
And then you probably actually trade into the Hammer Skull with your 2 creatures. Hope he doesn't have anything. Austin, you're a jerk.
It's really interesting to me. You know, the pros, when they talk about testing for the Pro Tour, some of them will like birdwatch matches. And I don't know, like especially recently, I would say in the last like 3 or 4 months, like the plays people want to make when I'm talking to them, I'm just like, man, I just don't see that the same way that you do. All right, so this just is not a profitable block, right? Like we don't really care about.
I'm in
5
for
life.
making it.
You're
I'm pretty interested in thinking about double blocking. We don't necessarily have to do it. You don't have to make this block.
Well,
Like,
so
you know.
3 cards. All right, so let's say he kills one, the other one dies. We have 4 creatures. He's gonna tap our 3/3 again next turn, and we can't block. We still can't block the 3/4.
Yes,
If
like
this
we're already
works-
not beating his board. I don't know what cards we can beat. So I think that this trade would not be bad for us. So I'm pretty inclined to try.
Wow, that actually
Yeah.
amazes me.
So, you know, like yeah, we can beat that. It's just like we can't beat the 3/4 flyer. So I'm way more like ready and willing to make big risks. So like now we actually have a route for beating that 3/4, just blocking it with 2 flying creatures. So I say we just don't attack and play the Sun Sentinel and just hope that that's enough.
Well, if that block last turn worked, I would assume that double blocking this turn will work.
Yeah, I would too.
Unless he drew something, obviously.
Yeah, he could have something, but I don't think he does. Well, it's fine.
So one of my favorite things was over the GP weekend was PVD when he played the Red Forerunner and the Poly
Oh, yeah.
Dino. Oh my god, I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen on live Magic.
What was it? Ben Rasmussen was on Lewis Kaplan's team, and he had something like, what was it? I think he had 2 or 3 Forerunners and a Polyraptor, so he did it a bunch of times.
Jesus. Yeah, I really don't find the Forerunners to be fair, but maybe it's just because of it being a team format and the likelihood to open a large number of them, as well as the insane bomb to go find. But man, did they seem highly overpowered.
Oh yeah, they're filthy.
Oh,
They're
we hit
very
a
good.
Swamp.
Hmm.
I could attack with Cleric.
Yeah, but they trades it with Bishop
but then
Soldier,
the
and that's
Soldier,
very bad
and then
for
his
us.
3/3 can attack in. Yeah.
We're actually ahead now. That's nice.
Kind of. Like, we can't cast this spell.
We'll eventually cast it. It's fine.
You say that.
It's totally
But
fine.
have you ever met me?
Yeah, I have, and I've seen what happens to you on this stream. So, also I've seen what you do to yourself using the magic on keys. So,
Yeah, I do a lot of things to myself, that's for sure. It's very sad. Oh, tilt. I think I want to hold this planes.
that's not a bad idea. That's fine. Are you gonna do sealed again tomorrow? Because tomorrow there's a PBTQ at 6.
I don't know if I'll have time for a PPTQ.
Well, I know for the sake of the stream, you wouldn't have time. Like, just saying, if that is something that interests you,
how many rounds are they usually?
they are always 5 rounds.
Always 5. Okay.
Yeah, unless you just like lose your lunch.
Well, I mean, leagues are 5 rounds, so we could
Yeah.
potentially do it. It's at 6 Central.
Yes, 6 Central. So I mean, it'll take you until like for sure 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But
Oh, right, because you also have to do them. You have to wait the
'cause-
50 minutes, right?
Yep. hmm Yeah, I'm just prioritizing playing the online PTQs on the weekends since the Grand Prix schedule sucks. So I'm just gonna like try to hit those when I can.
This card's very good.
Yes.
In a
Yes, it
board
is.
like this.
Well, on any board, it's excellent.
I'm pretty sure if I have 10 creatures and he plays this, it's not good for him.
Ooh, Pterodon. I don't like Tomb Robber very much. By the way, every time I've seen it activated, it's looked miserable.
I mean, it gives you something to do with your lands at the end.
Exactly, that's all it does. So it's like even worse than a Rummaging Goblin in my estimation.
Yeah.
Eventually, it does get to be a 4/4, and then it's fine. But just the cost is so high to get there. Ugh.
It was coming into play tapped anyway. Okay. He's ascended. Oh my gosh. Come on. Alright, viewers. Question for y'all for the CT this weekend. Other than the CT structure and leaderboard, are there any slides you'd like to see? I definitely want to see a metagame breakdown. Alright, we finally drew our swamp. There isn't really anything like amazing though that like I'm wanting to exile at this point. I honestly think the 2/5 is gonna be what we exile. Or like
it's possible.
Like we're gonna double block one of these two and then probably take the hit.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, nothing can attack. Anyways, hold it, and if they ever try to go for an attack and trick through your thing, then you just get them. I do that.
How are we winning this game?
We're gonna draw our Planeswalker and eat his 3/4, and the game's gonna end.
Fair. Vampire Revenant. 3/1 flyer. Is this game 1? Yeah, this Tomb Raider Robber rather, is like just really slow.
Yeah.
It gives you some card selection, but it's still just like really slow. Don't you kill the Sunwing to turn off the Vigilance? I mean, maybe, but I don't think there's any reason to kill anything at the moment until he like goes all in.
Yeah. We'll have an opportunity to kill the Sunwing, and it'll be good when we choose to do it. So, chat only. There we go. Perfect. Could also draw Chupacabra. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, just
block
trade.
here.
Yeah, just trade with your 2/2.
Four, 11, 12, 13. There's 5 more lands in our deck, so 1 and 3. We're drawing a spell. 1 and 3 draws.
2 and 3, right?
Or yeah, that's what I meant. 1 and 3 will be a land.
Yeah.
Which is about average. Man, both of our decks are just kind of full of shitters.
I mean, yeah, it's Ixalan after all. Ugh. All right. So now, 1 in every 4 cards is a land.
Yep.
Yeah. 75% to hit. Oh no, he's going off.
Skullduggery.
Skullduggery.
Yeah.
That actually, so if he tops, he topped it. He's gonna go for it this turn, and then we're gonna get him with Cutthroat. Or with Contempt. This is nice.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
So what are our blocks here? Which
You just
we probably
double the 3/4, right? I mean, that's the one that matters the most, I guess.
Well, and also, so I'm trying to think. So he's gonna Skullduggery and pump the 3/4 and shrink one of our guys.
Yeah, and then we just Contempt him and he loses.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's a way like we block the Suncrested. If we double block the Suncrested, then he could shrink one of our guys.
I don't see why you'd rather make the play that makes you have to kill the 2/5 as opposed to having to kill the 3/4.
Wait, what?
Like he's like I don't know why you would set up a block that doesn't involve trying to kill the 3/4, I guess, because we have to kill whatever we double block because of Skullduggery. So I don't understand why you'd want to kill the 2/5 instead of the 3/4.
Okay, so the idea is we want to Contempt the 3/4 the most, right? So if we double the Suncrested and he says that's fine, I'll pump my one guy and shrink your other one. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. I talked myself out of it.
So.
Yeah.
It was more about him potentially setting up a situation where he uses his Skullduggery incorrectly.
Yeah, I think like this forces his exact play, and we have the perfect card for it, so we just have to make the play that's because it's the worst for him this way.
Can we attack though?
Attacking doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I agree.
So then he can trade his 2/1 for whichever one of his creatures he cares for.
Yeah.
So yeah, like there's like Phil was alluding to, there's no reason to keep the Skullduggery on top. Like in that spot you should always bin it. Just because it's just so obvious and you can set up the trick perfectly. So
Do we want this Glorifier, or would we rather just...
You want every spell. So, I mean, like, yeah, you want your Planeswalker, but if it's on the bottom, like, we'll need every spell to actually kill them. So,
Do we have... We have no good attacks.
nope.
So we have Impale, we have Chupacabra still in our deck.
Yeah, and your Planeswalker, so.
Yeah. So we have some powerful cards.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Alright, so I just need
Plus,
to be a little
plus you-
cognizant of the clock.
yeah. It's not going to be a problem, though. We're going to win in 2 games. Voracious Vampire. Yeah.
38th at GP Indy, man. Congratulations. What's the pay in Team Sealed? Like, what's the
Nice.
cutoff for pay?
Pay went down to... did you get any pro points, Krovo? We were dead for everything in our last round. So, we had a draw. So we could have actually gotten 2 pro points if we won out, but we failed to do so.
So I should. No, I shouldn't. Oh, it's got Menace. So yeah, never mind. I just take this
Yeah, just take 3.
for this turn. All right, where do I? Probably on the flyer.
Yeah. Hey, John Sell.
Man, I had my first ever deep tissue massage. Oh, that's kind of tilting. In
That's fine.
Cancun, it was a
Yeah.
80-minute deep tissue massage. It was
Oh boy.
insanely relaxing and painful, for that matter. Like, she dug her elbow into my hip, and it hurt so badly.
That's nice.
But like, I didn't realize how tense I was in that spot until afterward.
Hmm. It's not good.
Jesus Christ. We have both of those cards. Can we draw them, please? We also have a Skullduggery in our deck. We can at least kill the 2-1 with it.
Yeah. That's also good.
I assume we just get the 2-1 flyer.
Yeah, I mean, none of the other creatures in play matter,
Yeah,
so.
I agree. Go to 7. This deck needs the white overrun. I mean, that wouldn't even really be that good because he can just block everything, and at this point it would kind of be known.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
Still in it.
I think we're gonna mill them out.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. All right.
Because if they all out attack, it's not great for them. It's not bad. It's pretty close to being good, but it's not great. Like, you have to double block the big menace creature. The other menace creature comes through. We put our lifelink thing on something it can block. We would get to eat some things like his lifelinker. We'd get a 3/2 on a 3/2 on a 3/3. 2/2s trade off.
I'm not gonna worry about it until he does it.
It'd be fine.
Yeah, I mean it
it'd be
doesn't.
okay.
Doesn't look bad.
Because it's 10, 5, 10, 11, and you have 10 creatures, so yeah, it's not bad. He'd get like 4 damage through, he'd gain 1, so it's fine. There you go. Locked it up.
He's gonna play that card where you lose a life for each creature he controls.
Ooh, that would be brutal.
And we were gonna be sad.
No way. Oh, okay.
I was like, oh god, he's tapping 3 mana. I would have done
Just like
this thing.
I know that was really weird.
Alright, he's going in. Does he not realize I have an emissary as well?
Perhaps.
Alright, so
It's a real modest attack.
this blocks here, this, and this blocks here. I guess that's
Probably, yeah.
not great, because if he kills the 3/3, then we don't kill his. So like
and
this last.
yeah,
I mean, this probably guarantees we kill this dude, though, right?
yeah, it's probably fine.
And then just like this.
You have how many 2/2s? You have 4 2/2s, so put 2 2/2s on each of the 3/3s.
Sure.
That's
this makes
much better.
sense to me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So like he gets to 2-for-1 in this pile, but like we get a 1/1 out of this anyway, which is, you know, the 2/1 isn't super relevant.
Yep.
6 plus 7 is 13, 14, 15. So there's 2 lands in this, and one of them's on Evolving Wilds.
No, Evolving Wilds is in your graveyard.
Oh yeah, right. We played that at the start. Isn't keeping your flyer alive more valuable than a martyr or a chupacabra? Maybe, but I think if I'm lining up 4 blocks like this, I don't want to put any 2 toughness along with the 1 toughness. But I guess I could have done 2/3, 3/3, 3/2. No, because then that still just lets him set up a 2-for-1.
It's asking him to order blocks on the other creature first. It's on the famished paladin or whatever. Yeah, he figured it out. I'll admit I did that exactly once. So
yeah, he's only got 3 cards in his library. I don't think we're winning this game via damage. This is just we're going to be playing defensively and hoping to not draw our 2 remaining lands.
put the 2/3 and then the 3/3.
Makes me
Make an
think he has a skullduggery. Because if he makes it a 6/6 and then kills my 2/1, well, I don't know why I'd kill the 2/1, but yeah,
Yeah.
he can shrink.
Or give it +2/+2. Or
Sure,
just
he
exploring.
explore, yeah,
What do you discard? Queen's Base Soldier.
yeah. And he
Just
You
like
gotta swamp.
wants. Sure. Just wants to run out of cards.
yeah.
Revenant. 2 Revenants.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty good. So he's drawing a revenant next turn.
Sure.
All right, well that handles revenant really well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is he all out attack again? No. Okay.
No.
Oh, that's tilt.
Yeah, man, such tilt.
Well, his last card could be insane. So there's nothing worse than being at the end of your vacation and getting sick. I will say that. Like being on the plane ride home sick. All right.
Your token should block the 2/1.
Oh yeah.
Then your 3/2 can block its token. Not that it really matters, but
So this one's taking 5-6 damage.
this is 7, but you would gain 1.
Why is it 7?
So
2.
2 plus 3 plus. Oh, I thought it was 4. Never mind. This is 6. Plus you gain 1, so it would be 5.
So what I'm saying
Yep.
is I don't even need to skullduggery here. I just,
Yeah, don't
I'm
even
not
cast
even gonna
it.
use it. Yeah.
So it's fine. Yep,
All right.
lovely. It's perfect. You beat his whole deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beat their whole deck, rather. Yes, you want the Pterodon.
Slasher Talons. I feel like I want just because he's got 2 of the 3/1 flyers.
Yeah, a lot of flyers. You could probably cut your Sun Sentinels. They just trade with any creature that they have.
Yeah.
You want to do a quick scroll down, like of the, yeah. I don't think you need to board in like Mutiny or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine.
Seems good
They
enough.
didn't show Luminous Bonds or anything, so you don't want anything like Costly Plunder.
Yeah,
So.
we didn't see any of those kinds of cards. 2 Gruesome Fates. Could have boarded him in. Could have got another board stall and just like Tenya.
Could have. Could have.
The Fate. So.
I will be right back.
All right. That's a tilt. All right, so get in
It's 7:44.
3. Can threaten to block
I've got
here.
an idea for a compromise.
I don't even know if I do though.
How about tomorrow, 45 minutes?
How about now?
Weekends. 45 minutes is a compromise.
Yep. Oh, I need this to brick. All right, bricked. That was good. I will keep my spells on top. So this gets through. Block here, block here. We can also double block. Kind of like that. I'm not a huge fan of that. Dolphins 3D. Pale my guy. Don't think he has any good attacks, right? Trade off. My 2 toughness isn't really good.
Give me the rest.
So he's gonna explore.
Why don't you brush your teeth? Hey, what are you doing?
He didn't
Jack.
explore.
Jack,
So his card is
Open the door.
good. Alright, yep. It's probably
door.
that.
Jack, what are you going to do?
So this kills this.
Tell me what you're gonna do. No, you may not. Jack, I said no. No.
Huh. Card's impressed me, honestly. Getting this counter on our Seeker Squire was huge. Yep.
Dad,
Yeah.
it's just my computer. What do you want for? What?
It's not happening.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Famished Paladin.
I said maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
It really surprises me that he left that on top. I guess it's a 3/3 for 2. It's not terrible. Actually, it's not even that good.
Hey, no way.
Okay, I'll take 45 minutes. Alright.
Yeah.
This Sky Marcher is pretty good. $26, plenty of life to play with. 5 minutes on the clock. We were down about 4 minutes, and now we're down about a minute and a half. It's not great. Take a hit from that, and then contempt it. Yeah, it just makes it so our clock's out a little bit longer.
No, you double block that. He can't attack with it.
I mean, now I don't even need, like, I wait for him to attack with it, right?
Yeah.
Which he has to do next turn.
And get your martyr in there.
No, I can't count. I thought I only had 5 mana. I'm sorry.
Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here.
I've come to the conclusion that's my weakest part of Magic, though, is not punting when I'm way ahead. I do that all the time.
Okay.
Like when I get really far ahead,
Oh, well, the game's just over. So. That's good to notice. I mean, just try to change your behavior now.
Oh yeah, I mean the last PPTQ I won. It was kind of in the, I think it was in the semis. Someone like brought it up, and I like really started to think about it. I was like, man, you're absolutely right. So then in the semifinal or in the quarterfinals, like we were joking about it because, oh, also I had the weirdest fucking weirdest quarterfinal match ever. I'll tell that story in a second, but I just like really tried to focus and slow down like once I was ahead, and then in the finals, like I definitely noticed I was trying to punt a lot, and I like caught myself. So it's definitely something I've been wanting to work on. I haven't been to many events lately since the PPTQ. So yeah. My quarterfinals match, like I can't remember what I kept, but I was playing green black Constrictor, or no, I was playing Sultai Energy with Scarab God, and this was ages ago, back in October I want to say, or early November.
Mm-hmm.
And my opponent was playing the same deck. On the play. Did you keep this without any twos on the play? We are almost forced into getting a white off this Evolving Wilds too.
Nah, you're not forced into that. I would keep this.
But you wouldn't play Evolving Wilds on one?
I think I'd play Evolving Wilds and get a mountain.
Would you? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Go ahead though.
So yeah, my quarterfinals match was like, basically I flooded. I kept a really strong hand. He killed everything I played, and then I drew like 11 lands in a row. And he did pretty much the exact same thing, but he drew removal instead of lands. So he like flooded on removal, and I drew nothing. And then the game ended up getting to this point where he started flooding, and all he had was removal, and then I drew a bunch of creatures that like 2-for-1 to all of his removal spells. And we get done, and like I win, and the spectators who are watching the match their thoughts were, I really wanted to know what was going through both of your guys' heads that entire match, because it was just so weird the way the game played out. It was the weirdest game of Magic I had ever played. I thought for sure, like 100%, I was gonna lose the match.
On any of the games that when I have on the tablet for days.
I think I keep this, right? Like 4 life so much.
Yeah, it curves really nicely with your hand too.
Alright, don't kill my emissary.
Sorry,
I love this card. Lightning Strike. No?
Whoa! I have not seen that creature in play in the format in Rivals. Period.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. I can't imagine a 2/2 that doesn't really turn on until turn 7.
You should Skulldugger 8
Why?
to get an extra point of damage.
Don't I just want to use it as a removal spell at some point?
It is a removal spell. It kills his Corsair. It gets you a point of damage. Now you're not using.
I just don't understand why a 2-1 is like so important right now. When I have
I
this
guess
2/3 in my hand.
that's true. He might attack. If he attacks, this could be filthy.
I mean, and like I just gained 4. Do I really care about this 2?
Yeah,
If I
that's
draw
true.
a plane,
Now you have to hold it again because he might block next turn. That's true. He might block. Oh man. You can't actually. Oh, that stinks. What's he gonna bounce?
Yeah, I was gonna say like neither of these.
Your
are
first
great.
striker?
I'll gain another 4. Yeah,
Yeah, he has to bounce your first striker. Yeah, I think he has to bounce a creature.
yeah, I agree.
Oh man, you're not gonna be able to eat his lunch. That's sad.
Not that I
Oh man,
need
you're
to.
just kind of doing it.
So I'm just replaying Emissary, right?
Well, I mean, attack first.
Fair. So
Yeah, that's fine.
I just let
doesn't-
it
I mean-
happen, right?
Yeah, just let it
There's
go.
no way to
No.
save it. I mean, I'm surprised he blocks there too, just because like you kind of want to ascend if you're playing this creature.
It's right here.
Just no attacks, no boxing with that guy for a while, I guess. It's the only way you can really play with it. It's just such a it's a strategy.
Huh. I just want to kill this now. I guess my mana's
No,
not
in
tied up.
combat. Yeah.
By the way, I haven't done much progress in my comic either.
Then.
I'm sure I know what to say next.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do need to worry about. Do we ever want to contempt this thing? Nope. We want to contempt that. So planes would be a good choice. We can 2 spell off of a plane. Nice.
Yeah.
Man, he's still not blocking. That's interesting. Soul of the Rapids. Would you block? With the 2/3?
Maybe. Probably.
Probably
No. I would not.
God. You know what? One part of
3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
the part was
Oh, that's sad.
excuse me, Dr. Maniac. See ya.
We had a Demystify, right, in our sideboard?
Yeah, there's a good chance you want to bring it in because clearly they've got Squire's Devotion in their deck.
And guess what? Another thing he said was, I blink blossoms. Like,
Squire's Devotion.
The white Mark of the Vampire.
Yeah.
Captain
That's what you think they're whites for?
gibberish.
Well,
Oh, because
yeah,
they have.
of course.
Sure.
They're playing multiple hexproof guys in their main deck. They're trying to
Right.
cheeseball some games.
All right. Chupacabra.
Nearly Chupacabra.
We don't really have any good attacks now.
I mean, your 3/3 attacking is pretty good.
I mean, it's okay. It's just it slowed down our. Well, okay. So wait. Sure, are we supposed to attack with everything?
I mean, if you attack with everything, he blocks.
He blocks the 2.
With his
1
3/3, he
first
takes
strike,
5, goes to
3.
3. He attacks you back for up to 8. Seems very bad to attack with everything. Or he could block your Sun Sentinel, but
Right, but
I would
we're,
just
we're
attack the
taking
3/3.
5 next turn unblockable.
yeah.
So like we're dead to a 2 attacks anyway.
Yeah, you might just have to go for it. I guess that opens you up to like, being a winner, or like a removal spell like that. You might just have to do it. Because you don't have any life linkers, so.
I think I just have to do this and then hope to draw either a removal spell or. I mean, if he's just attacking with this, that's definitely good for us. Okay. So impale. Yeah, something.
Nope, dead. Perfect.
I mean, not quite. If we draw Chupacabra, we can. I don't know this has second. Yeah.
Or you could draw a 2/2 flyer that pings. That'd be a really good draw here. That was really close.
This one,
Yeah.
1 point short.
Yeah.
just Kid Danger.
Too bad.
Episode 1. Pop.
Yeah, I think that was the line we had to go for, though.
Yeah, it was a good. It was a good attack.
One part.
So demystify.
Said,
Slash of Talons is probably a
I
no.
don't understand why you're
Petrodon's probably good.
Yeah, Petrodon looks great against him.
Another part. Time. Oh,
I'm kind of off the Planeswalker. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if he's like all flyers mostly, then it could be worse. Sure.
Flyers are unblockable things.
Yeah. You could just not play a 17 land also, if you cared.
Well, we're on the play, right?
Yeah.
I think if I'm on the draw, I'm okay cutting a land.
Okay.
And he got defeated.
I don't know. Maybe
And the evil duplicate.
maybe not. All right. Let's be a little greedy. We got a couple of explorer dudes.
Remember when he said, sometime the duplicate
We
comes
gotta ship
alive
that.
and it is extremely.
No.
Wanna keep this?
It's got all your best cards in it.
Big John still, thanks for the follow. It does have my best cards, but like I only have one swamp,
And?
and he's got a bunch of hexproof stuff. All right, we'll keep. All right, man. I'm trusting you.
What? Why'd you put?
Just gonna get my F6 value.
Why didn't you put that? Oh, save it. No, that's fair. I was dashing that.
See? Always had it. Never didn't
Always-
have it.
Well, I would have liked to draw a 2 or a 3 along the way.
Whatever.
I'll discard assassin. Yeah. Okay.
Do you block here?
Probably.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely now.
Yeah. That was a really bad sequencing. Like, make your 2/2 lifelink. Would be way better than what they chose to do.
So I just play Martyr here. And I
Yeah,
can
Martyr
pump
ship.
my Martyr
And
then
bank
minus
their
his-
guy. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I wonder if I was supposed to pump before blocks.
No, you gotta get your block on, and like in case they have a bounce spell or something. Don't need to like also lose 2 life or 3 life,
Yeah,
rather.
okay. Flying hexproof time? Oh no.
Dark Doctor?
Huh. Alright, so I'm just playing this.
Ooh. Yeah,
And then bash
with
it
a
for 2.
jumper, jump for 2. Yeah. Yeah, they're quite a ways from that guy actually turning on, so we're doing fine.
Guess I just beat for 3.
Why do you keep on playing advanced rooms? Static rooms, like you used to level up.
Working.
What game are you playing with your son?
We're
Now
playing Boss Monster.
Now
Ah,
I
okay, yeah. Great game.
draw 3
Yeah.
spell cards.
Jack really likes this game.
Oops. Dad, do I really have to discard one?
Yes, you do. That's what the ability says.
It says.
Yeah, Pterodon's filthy when it's turned
It
on.
says you may draw 3 spell
Yeah,
cards.
this feels
discard a
nice.
spell
These two
card.
cards
I don't
together.
understand what that means.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
6, 7, 8, 9.
It's not like it doesn't get hexproof.
Dad,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. It says you may draw 3 spell cards and discard a spell card. I don't understand what it means.
We'll discard one of your total spell cards.
So I should probably contempt the Winder here, right?
I mean, you should
Oh,
you should use your mana. Like
Oh,
That's what I'm saying though. The Winder's better than the Griffin.
you're probably gonna kill them both. Like so, just you know, target one. Yeah, that was a good draw.
Alright,
On
alright.
YouTube.
Okay, this one wounds me.
Good art.
I don't know.
But
Okay.
oh, and I
The way his deck looked that game, it was just a bunch of flyers. Like I feel like the Demystify might not even be
Are you kidding me?
relevant.
Yeah, you could probably cut it.
And I kind of want to play this Slash of Talons.
Yeah, it looked very good against the deck he presented.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks good.
Can you get over here?
Hmm.
I need some help.
I like drawing that card.
I don't
Skullduggery
understand.
is so good.
You may draw 3 spell cards and discard spell card. I don't understand.
Compass.
You may. I don't understand.
Draw a 2-drop? No?
Well,
Do you
that
have
means
to-
when you level up, you have the option of drawing 3 spell cards, and if you do, then you have to discard a spell card. So you may doesn't mean the same as you must. You must means you don't have a choice. You may means you do have a choice.
Compass is a card but it always seems tough to
Okay.
use. Like,
These are the
Baffling.
heroes that that
Well, we oh yeah, we boarded out the Demystify. That kind of sucks.
we can't turn our Demystify into a 3/3 trample at speed. It's too bad. Wow, what a draw.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't matter either way. Like, we could have won
Actually,
Emissary.
never mind. I'm keeping that.
No, this just like having, I guess that's true. It wouldn't have been that bad, but having the probably just better, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the blood letter's better.
No.
Kind of just want to Skullduggery this now.
I'm in. I would make that play.
Okay, I killed this dead. I don't really want to destroy Jack, so I still get
Hammer Skull.
fight or die.
Well, now I'm on the
I still get-
Glorifier
I still get
plan.
this.
I just turned these over to the next ones.
Oh,
Do your
Alright.
next turn, Jeff.
I'll destroy that.
3. Opponent's not going to be attacking anytime soon, I don't feel like. So this Hammer Skull is not something I'm too worried about. They're also not going to
No.
flip their Compass anytime soon because they missed their land drop last turn.
It's going to come to me anyway. That
Bias
one's
entered,
going to come to
entered
me
it?
anyway,
Yeah.
because I have to. See? Even if I didn't destroy it, so good.
Yeah, I think just attacking for 3 is fine. I like how we boarded out the Demystify and he's played like 3
I know.
things that we want to blow up with it.
Wait, hold on.
Oh well.
Then, can you just start that over?
Yeah, I'll take
Okay.
a flyer.
Before you do that, freeze!
3, 4, 5. Ooh, that's
This
a card.
thing gets
Ooh,
It's gonna contempt it.
classic Monstrosaur goes.
Yeah, I was really surprised he didn't attack. But I guess it really
I
was.
think I would play the land here. It probably doesn't matter, but I think I would play it anyway.
Josh's girlfriend said, "Your son sounds adorable."
Well, thank you.
Nah.
He definitely played that guy twice, and neither time had a vampire.
You get that QP and the 240 waypoints back. Get that 4th win.
Yeah, I need that bad. I think I'm more likely to play in like the PPTQ tomorrow if I can win this next round.
Oh wow, that's a lot riding
A
on
lot
this.
of pressure, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. See, it'll depend on how I feel tomorrow. Like, I'm still sick. I can't imagine playing in a PPTQ when I'm sick.
Suck it up.
We're on the draw. We have 8 black sources.
Isn't it? Is it 7?
I'm counting the Evolving Wilds as a black source.
Oh, okay, yeah. 8. I think I would keep this hand. It's got a Forerunner in it. Forerunner's good.
Dad.
Yeah, Forerunner could always get Cleric, like if we get under too much pressure. And like don't have a black.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good draw. Alright, Swamp
Yeah.
would be insane.
Three,
Lane's not as much,
4,
but
5.
drawing life.
I mean, it could have been worse for the turn 2. Discard a card.
You
Probably
can
just
discard
discard.
the guy that you can get back, yeah.
And then we can play this and get back. Well, we need 2 black, but on turn 5 we can
Swamps.
actually.
Yeah. Ooh, Emissary. That's best of both worlds.
I should probably play that over like the flyer.
Yeah, I would Emissary here.
Oh,
Man, I gotta leave that on top, right?
Sky Marcher?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a route. I mean, just go like Sky Marcher, Sky Marcher.
5, 6, 8.
Yeah.
Destruction.
Okay.
Swamp.
Oh, ooh.
Good that it didn't grow.
Dad, you gonna play a run? Did you even get a run?
Probably shouldn't attack. It's just holding back his whole board right now.
Yeah, that's it checks everything. I wouldn't attack.
More skullduggery fodder for when we draw our swamp.
Dad. Oh, Dad. Yeah.
Do you make this block?
So I have to get cool. Okay.
I mean, you're kind of priced in.
I guess I don't care that much if he kills one of them.
It's like, it's
No,
sure
I-
strike. That's what it is. It
Now I
sucks.
do my fighting since I'm the only one that has.
Oh, bravado. I guess.
That's also good.
I mean, that's worse.
Oh,
That
right,
is
'cause
so
we have-
much worse because it's trades.
Right. Yeah.
That's really good for you.
But maybe he doesn't understand how double check works, or maybe he didn't realize emissary. Yeah, that was actually quite bad.
That was excellent for you.
Ooh.
What is it like?
So one thing I was considering is playing Forerunner this turn and
I'm
putting
destroying
the Glorifier on
this.
top.
Because if we level up, I'll just.
Which
I'm
one's the
just-
Glorifier?
The
I'm
put a
just
counter
throwing
on
mimic
a
balls.
vampire. So 3/3 for 4.
Oh.
But is
That better?
than the
Is that much
2/2
better than Sadistic Sky
Probably
Marcher?
not.
Or
Huh. So I guess Forerunner's not that great because he can attack with a menace guy and we don't have profitable blocks. I think I'm just supposed to play
Yeah,
a
I think
second
it's-
Sky Marcher.
I'm going to princess and.
Yeah. yeah.
I'm going to princess and. Well, thief. So what?
Tomorrow and the next day and the next day, I have shows, and so I won't be able to see you at night. So I want a big hug. Oh, you're so much.
Hmm.
Dad. Spell card. Once per turn, when you play a spell card, draw a spell card.
But you can draw your own spell cards. You're 8 years old.
Are you
Yes.
warm in this holiday?
Yeah.
You're sweating. Do you want to wear a t-shirt instead of this hot?
I'm attracting thief.
Should I put
Dad, have you even... Dad, do you want to play room or not? That's fine. What?
Would you like to wear a t-shirt instead of this hot sweatshirt?
No.
No? You're comfy?
Dad, are you playing anything? Okay.
I guess that's
Hey, go.
So Evolving Wild's there
Oh, I'm
first.
still
I can play the
attracted.
Forerunner and keep what I want on top.
Yeah.
Looks right.
We'll get the Sky Marcher.
I'm going to play Cave In on Construction Zone, destroy a room in your dungeon, kill any hero in the dungeon.
Kind of okay attacking with one of these now.
You got it.
Like he attacks for 2, trading 2 damage for 2 damage.
Oh, you had teleportation,
No, wait.
free, princess, and Peril.
We're gonna 2
Peril.
next turn.
Peril,
Yeah.
This is what you had? Oh, I think that one. This one looks like. Did you have freeze and teleportation? My plan was to do princess and Peril.
Peril.
Okay.
I should take 2 here, right?
I was going my plan
What do you think?
Okay, so here's my point. We have Forerunner in play.
was to play princess
We've
and
got-
Peril.
Harold.
I keep on
We've
forgetting.
got a Sky Marcher on
It takes
top
some
and a
practice,
Bloodletter
I
in our hand.
Yes.
So like,
Yes.
if we
And
double block and he has
and
Sure Strike,
then-
he kills both of our
I
guys.
was hoping
Oh, no,
that
he only-
I
he
could
only
draw
kills one.
giant size. Or,
Bravado would kill both.
Bravada would kill both.
I was hoping that I would draw a
And
giant
then we're just taking
size.
2. And next turn we get to
Or
pump
not
one of these into
later.
like a 4.
But I drew Cave In.
Yeah,
So,
which
I
which
decided
one do
I
you
was
want
going-
top?
The,
Oh,
the
the-
2/2 lifelinker with
Oh,
flying.
okay, yeah.
I think I just take 2.
Sure, that's fine. It's very reasonable, I think.
Ah, okay. That's why he attacked. So we have to discard. So I think discarding Impale is the correct play. And then we can 2 spell next turn and we don't have to discard anything.
That's fair. Yeah.
So I'm waiting until it's back to the last one. After
Oh, you're attacking with both your 2/3s?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's reasonable. Yeah, just jam them. Yeah.
Beast Menagerie.
Alright. I think I'm okay with this block.
We'll trade it with his 2/2 then.
Oh, right, because of Skullduggery. Nice, nice.
Very nice.
Alright, sweet.
Yeah. Easy game.
Easy game. Well, he seemed aggressive. I kind of like Slash Talons.
Yeah, Slash definitely.
I think Angrath, if we get there.
Yeah, take out your Planeswalker.
Yeah.
Man, you never even drew it.
I know, right?
You played a game where you nearly drew your, and you never drew it throughout this entire league. That's very sad.
That is the story of my sealed life. That's why
You're gonna 4-1 this. You're gonna 4-1 this sealed league very easily, and you're gonna complain about it.
No. I'm just saying,
Draw your
like,
Planeswalker.
I never look at my sealed decks and say, "Here's my bombs. I'm gonna play because I have these bombs." I always make my commons and uncommons deck, right? Which is what they say you should do, but it's for that very reason.
Can I steal you for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
You know what? Do you know what my dream come true is?
What?
To be in a Lego book.
Oh, well, you know what? You should write a Lego book.
If anyone on stream missed that, Billy's son's dream is to be in a Lego book. That is amazingly cute.
Alright, I will be right back.
Sure.
So, let's bring that toilet in.
Ooh, this is a good hand.
Because then I can get the other stuff out of the back.
Deep Seas.
Oh. I pulled my car. So. Yeah. It's not the back end, but.
You know what?
Wow, what did he keep? I'm quite surprised by this. Wouldn't be surprised if he has like a lightning strike or some type of removal spell here. He just didn't want to use it last turn. Yeah. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if he had that in his hand at the end of last turn. Gets a treasure. Yeah, we're flooding a little bit. Alright.
Oops.
Interesting. Well, I could have Brazen here, but I think I'm okay with that. Like, he gets to kill a vampire with the trigger, or it doesn't even trigger.
Oh, that was unwise. What? I accidentally ran into the wall, and then this caught me right in the chest and kind of knocked the wind out of me.
Ooh, that sucks.
Oh.
Okay.
Mom.
Alright. Back. I had to move a toilet.
Oof. Although not as heavy as you think they are, but still heavy.
Oh. What's the matter with this?
Ugh. We've drawn 3
There you go.
lands in the last 3 turns.
Needletooth Raptor is a nice card.
I attacked in last turn with my 3/3. He had Mountain Treasure open and he didn't block, so I don't think he has a pump spell. So I'm inclined to attack with it again.
Did you go get
Yeah, it's fine.
Your robe.
Actually, I'll go.
Stay
Wow.
right here. Here it is.
Like to draw some non-lands now. Unfriendly fire? Oh. That's scary. I guess it's not amazing.
It doesn't do a ton on this board.
Ooh.
Ooh,
What's
that was
the,
a good draw.
What's the right? It's just this one? Or is it the
What?
Needletooth Raptor?
Killed the 2/2. Yeah,
Okay.
that card.
I've never
is a
played
2/1
against
and
it.
Sitting in play.
Yeah, I guess that's,
It's
he can just
very good. Yeah. That is a lovely trade for you.
Oh, he found a trick of something. Okay, sure. Oh,
Okay.
how I wish I had Skullduggery there.
Yeah, that'd been good. It's all right. We're ahead narrowly. Ooh, Mutiny. That's good.
Yeah.
You'll gain one. That's fine.
Chupacabra would be good.
Sure.
Ooh,
Ooh, that is good. Wow.
this Baffling End has not panned out.
Yeah. Oh, that's very good though. That's an excellent card to draw in this spot. His best attack on this next turn is not clear. Because that's such a good double blocker. He's probably not gonna send the Pirate Lord. So he'll send the 3/3 menace and the 4/4. But if he sends the 4/4, he just trades it for the flyer and a token. That's not great. So yeah, he just sends it alone. Yeah.
I mean, inclined to not block again. Just for a
Yeah,
turn.
one more turn of no blocks is
Yeah.
fine. If you draw another like 2/2, all of a sudden you basically can't attack.
Right. Alright. Play something that we can Baffling It. There we go.
You did.
Nice.
Ooh. Yeah, and I think you even send a token for 2. I
Yeah,
think
fly over
yeah,
with
you,
a token.
you
I
need
agree.
to do that.
Hi, Dad.
But
Did we play a land this turn?
Jack, that clearly looks set like that.
Alright, I'm playing my land because he showed us Raider's Wake, and I don't want him to get
Yeah,
free triggers
for sure.
off of it. Hmm. What are my blocks here? I guess I can double block the 4/4.
yeah, the 4/4 double block is very tempting.
Am I doing it with these
2/3/3/3. Yeah.
okay.
I mean, because he was empty-handed, so unless he drew an excellent card, this is just going to be a great block.
only drawn 6 lands. Okay,
It's pretty good.
that's pretty good. Oh, so's that.
Wow. Perfect.
Do we ship with our flyer?
No. Because you still need to double block
Oh,
the
right, this is
five
Menace.
the
Yeah.
menace guy.
Yeah.
So we're not out of the woods yet, but close.
Yeah, one more good spell. Forerunner would be good, I think. Sky Marcher. Either one, really. Interesting.
It's interesting.
Interesting. So,
Uh,
uh, this will be a 3/3 going forward if we just like.
so if you double pumps, then you take 11, gain 2. It's not bad. You go to 9, or you go to 4, but you have
But then I
2,
only
3
have this.
against his. Yeah, against his 3/3. It's not great.
Alternatively, we can.
I think I want to double block. Yeah, and then put the 3/2 on his dinosaur.
On the dino?
Kind of.
Hold on, I feel like we're missing something. What if we.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No stopping, okay?
Because then, like,
there's no way
if
to
you
just-
make that block, you end up having 2 vampire tokens. The Lord. So you have to make the 2/3 and the. Oh wait, no, you don't, because it's 5/3. Never mind. That doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Hmm. Yeah.
A lot of cards trade with his Lord, so I'm inclined to let it live. I just don't want to take 2 hits from the dinosaur.
Sure.
But I mean, I guess if you're gonna kill 2 things and leave play, I guess leave the menace guy in play probably. I don't know. That might be better.
The reason I want to kill the menace guy, I think, is because next turn, if I don't draw anything, at least I can chump the vampire on his 5/2.
Yeah.
I think this is my best block.
Okay. Fine.
And we block 2/3 on the 1/2, just so if he pumps.
Yeah, you gain a little extra. Oh.
Well, he had
Okay.
a card. Still not terrible. It's not great, but it's still not terrible.
Okay. That is exactly enough to live for a turn.
Yeah. Alright, man, I need to draw a land.
Need you to draw land, need us to draw a spell.
Yeah. So like here and here. Pumps this twice. We go to 1.
counts.
That does count.
Another break. Step 1.
All right. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh,
That's a good
step
draw.
2.
For A reserve. I'll put A.
I'm inclined to bin this,
Yeah, Bennett.
and I can't attack because any removal spell will kill us. Whew. Game.
Wow.
Ooh. All right, so we attack for 3, right?
Yep.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have lethal right now. If he has nothing.
You have 6. Yes.
So
Block with your 2/3, I guess. Like all the, I mean, most of the tricks are first strike anyway. So
Yeah.
block with the non-vampire.
we're not like dead to a Raider's Wake or anything. Okay, so we just wanted a 3/3, I guess.
All right.
I guess we just threaten a double block.
Yeah, that's all
I
we
should
got.
play my land.
Because of Raider's Wake, yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, draw a spell. That's a good one.
That
So
is 2 good ones, in fact.
yeah. Alright, we'll get this guy. Yeah. It ain't bad. Still dead to like an unfriendly fire if it's in his deck.
Mhm.
Or a lightning strike. I don't think we can attack, right?
Well, if you attack him, then it's lethal next turn. So you should attack him. Put it on the flyer.
Right.
Attack for 3. Just plan on going block, block. And then hit him in the air for 4.
Right. Alright, gotta dodge a spell. Ooh. That's scary. The redraw. Alright. Block, block.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Raiders Wake. Whee!
All right.
There we go.
Easy.
4-1.
Easy peasy.
God, that was such a good draw. The Secret Squire was just insane.
Yeah, it was very
Sure
good.
we drew. Like, on the top of our deck was very fortunate for us, but
Yeah.
like I said, he had 6 lands. I think we had 8 or 9. So like it was time for him to brick for a couple turns
Mhm.
on average. I don't know. So at the very least, I'll probably do another sealed event tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do the PPTQ. It might be a little too late. Like I said, I've been pretty sick, but we did end 4-1. Thank you, Billy, as always, for
Yeah.
helping coach through limited in
No problemo, homie.
yeah. So I signed up for the RPTQ on, I think it was the first week. Let me double check my email. The 7th, I want to say, because they do 2 weekends.
Oh, you're doing it on Magic Online?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this one on Magic Online.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and one of the reasons was just that, like, I'm not very good at limited, so I couldn't justify the cost of actually traveling to one.
Sure.
For a format that I'm just not very good in.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, and then the other thing is, you only have to top 8 on the RPTQ Online. It's going to be a little bit harder, but it's very possible that you end up having to go into top 4 with your sealed pool. Because I don't think they do drafts at RPTQs anymore. Is that accurate?
I'm pretty sure they still do.
Do they? Okay, so that was kind of my other thought, was that if they do still do drafts, I don't want to have to know the sealed format and the draft format. So this allows me
Sure.
to just focus on sealed, because
Sure.
you know that if you top 8 and you're sealed, you're going to the Pro Tour.
Yeah, that's true. But Brad, when you get back onto the Pro Tour,
I'm gonna have to draft. I understand,
So-
but I only have so much
Yeah,
time. So
I think that you're good. Honestly, I do. I think that it's right to focus on constructed, and you have to care about limited. But you won't be able to do this forever.
Yeah, that's true.
Your time's gonna come again, and you're gonna have to care about limited. So,
I know.
but yeah, it's all good. Yeah, you'll have to let me know when it is. When it's actually happening.
Yeah, it's
Um,
April the 7th, and I think it's at noon. It's a Saturday. Their other
it's
one,
this Saturday.
yeah, their other one is the weekend after, but it's
Mm.
like it starts at 3 in the morning. And like there was a small part of me that was like, man, should I sign up for that one? Because it's gonna be like all Europeans. It might not be as big, but I don't know. So I went with the noon because I would have been exhausted at 3 in the morning.
Right, it would be so hard on your body to make a place.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, good luck with that.
No, we'll talk more about sealed, and there's plenty of time between now and April. And I think it's even a couple weeks after the paper RPTQs.
Well, yeah, it's the second weekend.
Yeah, so we'll get.
So I don't know which weekend I'm going yet, but yeah, that is the second weekend of those.
So it'll give me some time to, read on the
Yeah.
format and things like that, and get people's
For sure.
feedback.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna be mono seal. I may or may not write up but I'll once I actually play some more, and have kind of a better idea on things. But it's pretty straightforward from what I've seen. But there were a lot of interesting decks that were doing well, like Zako's deck from the Team Sealed.
Mhm.
He basically played like a blue-white auras deck. And maybe that can only exist in draft. Team Sealed. That might not be in normal sealed, but it's still something to be cognizant of because it was reasonable. Something to think about for the future.
Yeah, for as much as people were talking about how fast the format is, I could definitely see there were several decks that were able to slow it down a little bit. But
Yeah.
a lot of them seem to focus on very powerful 2-drops. Like you needed like several secret squires or like things that just like really stall the board on 2, like Desperate Castaways and things like that.
Well, yeah, there was. I mean, like, as long as you're. It's funny because like, I was killed on turn 5 by Black Card deck, like in just an excellent draw. And then alternatively, I've had games where they've basically nearly come down to decking. So I've kind of had it go every way. Like I played in the Team Sealed event on day 2. I had flipped the Golem Maker, and my opponent had the Tender Shoot Dryad. So he was making a 3/3 every upkeep, and I was making a 4/4 on my turns.
That's pretty sick.
So yeah, that was a weird game.
Oh no, the guy we just played.
I think one attack was made.
The guy we just played was 4-0.
Nice.
So
That's excellent.
So this is actually an interesting segue for the last few minutes. Did you see the kind of Twitter discussion on? There was a player who would consistently in the last round of a league offer a split if he was 4-0, and about to lose to someone who also wasn't 4-0, like a 2-2. Because like a 2-2 and a 4-0 can get paired, or a 3-1. And so he would offer. God, now was it 3-1 or 4-0? I think it was 3-1. So basically, what he would say is, "Give me the win, and I'll give you 8 chests." Sorry, he was 4-0. Yeah, so a 4-0 versus a 2-2. The 4-0 is about to lose, and he would say, "I'll give you 8 chests if you give me the win." Did you see this discussion on Twitter?
Oh no, I did not.
So there was a huge discussion because Hooglin got involved, and obviously he tends to bring in some controversy and discussion, and very opinionated person, and basically said, "How is this not bribery? If you did this in paper, it would 100% be bribery. How are these people not being banned for this?" And it turns out that on Modo, the terms and conditions say that is completely legal. That if both players are in the last round of their league, you can split and discuss any prize split you want as long as it's within the prizes. Very similar to like the finals of a PPTQ. So it's completely.
Really, I thought the TOC. I know.
You're cutting out a little bit.
Bans. Oh, sorry. I swear people have gotten short bans that before.
Yes, so it's only for leagues, and it's only when both players are playing their last round of the league. If it's any other time, it's considered bribery. But
that is very strange.
Yeah, and it was a huge topic of discussion. And as a judge, I was like, this is completely unacceptable. Like, you should not ever be in a... First of all, you should never even pair a 2-2 against a 4-0. Like, that just shouldn't happen. Like, you should be pairing, like, 3-0s against 4-0s way before you pair a 2-2. And I don't... For whatever reason, I'm pretty sure Magic Online has this algorithm where it considers people with even records to, like, be at the same level as someone who's undefeated. And I don't understand why that is totally, but I see those pairings all the time.
Well, I know that it's something to do with the amount of time you've been waiting. Basically, it's like, I think the system waits for, I don't know, like a minute or half a minute to try to pair you with someone with your record, like near your record and 1 loss or something like that.
Yeah.
And if it can't, then it's willing to make it be a less close record pairing, just so that you actually get a match, because they don't want you waiting for 5 minutes.
Right. No, and I get that. I mean, it makes sense, and you see that in all online games nowadays, like League of Legends and Dota and Overwatch. All of the matchmaking systems follow that general principle, which is I'm going to start with a very strict algorithm to try to match you, and if I can't over time, I get more loose, and then eventually I'll find whoever I can to pair you. Which is also why in Legacy you often get repaired against the same person.
Right.
But I just couldn't believe that like this is a thing where you can literally say, because if you go 3 and 2, you're getting like what, 1 chest, 2 chests. So it's always advantageous for the guy who's 2 and 2 and about to win to just concede to the 4 and 0, so that they can get 6 more chests.
Right.
And typically when you see like splits in the finals of a PPTQ, it's really just like hedging your bets in most cases. It's either one of two things. You're hedging your bets, and you're saying, I could lose this, and I want to get a little bit more out of it if I do, or you're trying to basically buy the invite. And so, you'll see people offer like, I'll give you all of the prizes if you concede to me and give me the invite. Those are like the 2 scenarios I see. And, I'm not really happy about buying invites, but at the same time, I've seen so many people win and not go that I feel like, I feel like you have to at least try to buy the invite. I always offer that in the finals of the PPTQ, and people rarely take it, but it happens every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I know of it happening.
Yeah. But yeah, I just couldn't believe it. It was crazy. So if anyone wants to go read up on that, you can probably search Jeff's message history, and I think it happened last Friday or Saturday. If you wanna check that out. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was pretty crazy. And they got looped into MTG Lee and a bunch of MTG online admins and community managers, and all of them confirmed that it was completely legal to do. So it was really crazy.
Yeah, it really doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah, I mean it shouldn't happen very often, but it's just I don't like that you're essentially promoting bribery in a sense, and then
I don't see it that way. I mean, Magic Online's completely different. Like in a league, all you're playing for prize that actually. So I think that that's totally legit. I think that Magic Online does a of taking money from us in the first place. So if a choice like that gets more, money back in the system for everybody, then I think that that's a net positive. So, I mean, that's why it's in the TOS. It's because of this idea, like for less of a feel bad, because you're like at the end of this run and you're like, oh, well, at least the splits aren't so wild if you're both 4-0s. Ideally it's supposed to happen between 2 4-0s, but honestly, it doesn't really bother me much, because ostensibly, a trophy is worth nothing. And like QPs are worth, wildly more to some people than they are to others. Yeah. So it just being for, virtual currency, you're just exchanging currency back and forth in a fashion even, so that both of you get a little more. I think that's totally good. It happening in PTQ or like, Mox top 8s, like that would obviously be very different. And at the end of them, technically you still can run that like PTQ, but it's just an unregulated scenario, so it's a little more questionable. There's no judge there or anything like that.
Well, I mean,
I'll PayPal you $1,000 or something.
Yeah,
you could run that.
They do apparently check chats for bigger events in the finals and top 8s and stuff like that. But
I'm sure. Yeah.
For me, it's not so much that, like, I agree with all of your points. For me, it's the morality, the difference in morality, from online versus paper. Because, and I agree with you, if it's 2 4-0s, I don't mind. Like, you're both, like I said, you're kind of hedging your bets. But if you're at 2-2, you can't get better prizes if you win. Like, I'm literally buying your win because you can't get better than what I can give you. Whereas 2 4-0s, like I said, you're just kind of hedging. So I just don't like that it's like one of those it reminds me of like a pair down situation at a GP in the final round where the one guy who got the pair down is live for a pro point if he wins, but the other guy's dead, and he just like expects that his opponent should concede to him. And you know, you see pro players, like there have been bribery situations in the past, and I hate that this online experience kind of promotes that type of activity or says that it's okay in any way. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, you know, like, again, I think it's fine, you know, like if you're the person who got the pair down in that spot, you know, you can run the, you know, hey, this is the situation, are you willing to concede? You know, and if and when they say no, you play and you move on. Like, as long as that's fine in that situation, like, there's ways that that's okay, you know. And here I think I don't know. I don't want to like shoot too far past what's actually just happening here. You know, what's actually happening is they're just trying to min-max the league.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a net positive. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just have like this black and white morality sometimes, and I feel like it just rubbed me the wrong way. But anyway, we could talk about this for hours.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drop off Discord. I'm gonna do this giveaway. As always, man. Thanks, and we'll do this again sometime.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye bye. All right, giveaway time. So, for those that are new, thank you for stopping by. Every week we give away $10 in OCN. We give away $10 in MTGO credit to one lucky subscriber. Each level of subscription offers different number of entries. So if that's something you want to be involved in, you don't need to be present to win. You can only win once a month. And we're going to be doing 2 this week. So if you'd like, I'll give everyone a minute. If you're new here, if you want to subscribe for $4.99, you know, it'll, as long as you're a subscriber, you'll get an entry. There won't be any cat time tonight because I'm sick. Sorry, Josh. Roger, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. All follows help. I'm trying to hit a partner status this year. It's kind of my goal for 2018. So thank you for that. There's tons of benefits to subscribing beyond the typical. We do custom tokens for subscribers at the $9.99 mark. These are the latest 2 that we make. We'll be sending out. We send out a set of tokens every quarter. So this will be January, February, March. So sometime in March we'll send these out. We have a 3/4 bird token and a 3/3 beast. This is the spirit beast from the movie Coco that was recently released. Not officially, of course. But yeah, so during the giveaway, what we do is I pull up a list of all the subscribers currently, and I enter their name in based on their subscription level. So you can see Agent of Blight has 3 entries here. And then I'm going to generate a number from 1 to the number of rows, and whatever number we hit, whoever's on that row, wins this week's giveaway. Now, I'm going to do 2 this week because last week I was in Cancun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomize this column 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Generate a number. We get to number 3, which is MTG Jehudi. But he already won in week 2, so he can't win again. So I'm just going to generate another random number. All right, Austin Hoth wins last week. Then we'll do this again. Number 15, React Nub is our week 4 winner. All right, so January is a 5-week month. We had started on the 3rd. We end on the 31st. So we'll do a 5th week next week, January 31st. So if you're interested, think about subscribing. It's pretty much free money if you win. So, and you know, if you subscribe for $5 and you win 1 week, you've doubled your money. This channel is very cat friendly, Roger. We love cats. We have 2 cats. One's name's Dova. The other is Tassiger. And you can see Josh there using our Tassiger emotes that my wife designed, and there's a third one here I'll show you. But yeah, you can find all information for subscriptions below the stream. We stream every week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 6 to 9 o'clock. So we are running a little bit late tonight, but that's fine. I think there's some interesting discussion there at the end. So Austin and Anthony, I will email you guys with instructions on how to claim your credit. Or when you just never win. Yeah. You'll get there. You'll get there, Josh, eventually. I actually thought you were going to win when I rolled that 3. I thought your name was there for a second. But yeah, that's going to be it for me tonight. Tomorrow, we're probably going to do some more sealed. Since we 4-1 tonight, I think just jumping back in. I do want to play some standard, but I think I have a PPTQ this weekend, which is going to be sealed. So we'll probably do sealed tomorrow, and then we'll do standard all next week. I'm really excited to kind of get back into standard. I really like the bannings, and I really like kind of where standard sits right now, and I'm very excited to see kind of what pans out from it. But yeah, that's going to be it for me tonight, guys. As always, thank you for stopping by. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.